Live Spanish interpretation will be available throughout this meeting. To access this, click on the interpretation button with a globe symbol. Para interpretación en español, haga clic en la esfera en forma de mundo y haga clic sobre la palabra Spanish. Closed captioning is also available in any language. To access this, click on Closed Caption and select your preferred language. American Sign Language interpretation will also be available throughout this meeting. Mark McWilliams will be providing this interpretation, and we will spotlight him so that his box should be visible to everyone at all times. Next slide. We will now invite everyone to change their status from attendee to panelist so that you can participate more visibly and directly. It will take a few minutes to get to everyone, but soon you should see a pop-up box asking you to accept this invitation. You also have the option of keeping your status as attendee, but if you want to be able to be visible, you will need to accept panelist status. During the presentation, all participants except the presenters will be muted. However, you can use the chat function to ask questions or make comments by clicking on the chat icon. Please direct your chat to everyone so that the whole team can see it, and we will do our best to answer as many questions as we can. There will also be several polls that we will ask you to vote in during the presentation. And after the presentation, we will open the floor to questions, comments, and discussion. A few other notes. We will not be using the Q&A function. It is disabled. Questions submitted in Spanish in the chat may be saved for the discussion portion so that we can answer verbally with live interpretation. The chat will be saved, so any comments you make will be part of the project record. Finally, please also use the chat to let us know if you are having technical issues, and we will troubleshoot with you to the best of our ability. Chris.
Now we will begin the core presentation. Welcome again, and thank you for your time and for your interest in Better Streets for Buses. We've structured the presentation in a who, what, why format. So we will go over who is involved with Better Streets for Buses plan, why CDOT and CTA are creating this plan, what will be in the plan, where will the plan apply, when will it be implemented, and finally, importantly, how you can help shape the plan. After that, we will open it up for more questions and discussion. All right, next slide. We have three main presenters, myself, Chris Rowe, and Jennifer Henry from CTA, and CDOT, we have Jason Burnett. Carol Calvo-Cota is our Spanish interpreter, and Mark McWilliams is our American Sign Language interpreter. There are also a number of other team members helping behind the scenes, monitoring the questions in the chat and taking notes.
So let's get started with who is involved with the Better Streets for Buses plan. This project is a joint effort co-led by the Chicago Transit Authority, or CTA, and the Chicago Department of Transportation, or CDOT. Both agencies play important roles with respect to bus service. CTA is the transit operating agency and is responsible for many decisions that define critical aspects of the bus riding experience, including how often buses are scheduled to come, operational management, and routing design. CDOT is responsible for managing the city's public way, including streets, sidewalks, and signal systems. Street design and infrastructure can influence aspects of the bus experience, including travel speeds, reliability, and the bus stop environment. Better Streets for Buses focuses on the overlap between the two agencies, the street, sidewalk, and signal infrastructure that can impact bus riders. The project is supported by a consultant team from the firm Sam Schwartz. And last but certainly not least, it is our hope that you and many other Chicagoans will be involved with shaping the Better Streets for Buses plan. And we're glad all of you are here to learn more about it.
Before we move on, Well, before we move on, we'd like to learn a little bit more about you all using the poll function in the Zoom. We want to know the ways you typically use the bus, or if you never or rarely use it. A box with a question and answer option should pop up for you. After everyone has voted, we will show a graph of the results. The question is, how do you typically use the bus? Please select all answers that apply to you. 1, I never take the bus. 2, I rarely take the bus. 3, commuting to work or school. 4, work-related business. 5, medical or dental appointments. 6, personal errands or shopping. 7, visiting friends or family. 8, entertainment, festivals, concerts, sporting events. And 9, other. There's no way to let you fill in your other option as part of the poll, but you can drop it in the chat. All right. And it looks like with 75%, number 6, personal errands or shopping is ahead, and followed by number 8, entertainment for festivals, concerts, and sporting events are the top 2. Thank you, guys.
Now we'd like to share more about why we're working to develop a Better Streets for Buses plan. Buses are important in Chicago for a number of reasons. For one thing, many people use them. In 2019, the last full year before the pandemic, CTA buses provided more than 237 million rides. In 2020, when the pandemic led to dramatic decreases in ridership, CTA buses still provided more than 121 million rides, including commutes for many essential workers and essential trips for things like medical appointments and grocery shopping for those who did not have other options for getting around. Pandemic or no pandemic, bus service provides important connections to many and is especially critical for those who cannot drive, walk, roll, bike, or scooter to their destinations. CTA bus is a critical transportation option for many people because it is affordable, accessible, and available throughout Chicago, including places without rail access. For many Chicagoans, CTA bus is the public transit in their neighborhood. About 96% of Chicago residents live near a CTA bus service, meaning they are within a half mile or about a 10-minute walk of a CTA bus stop. This compares to around 67%, or 2/3, of Chicago residents who live similarly close to CTA rail stations. These combined benefits make buses particularly important from both an equity perspective and a sustainability perspective. However, anyone who has ridden the bus knows that bus travel can be slow and is often impacted by travel delays. Traffic delays can also contribute to bus bunching and large gaps between buses. Bunching and gaps can lead to inconsistent and unreliable wait times and cause crowding. And bus stops do not always feel comfortable to access or to wait at. CTA and CDOT believe bus service can be better and that bus riders matter. We want to develop the Better Streets for Buses plan to lay the groundwork for ongoing improvements to the bus riding experience. To be clear, street infrastructure is not the only factor that makes a bus trip good or bad, but it is one important piece of the puzzle. Now I'm going to hand it over to Jason to talk more about that.
Thanks, Jen. Street infrastructure, including the streets themselves, as well as sidewalks, signal systems, crossings, and street furniture like shelters and benches, can impact the bus riding experience in many ways. Traveling to and from the bus stop can be safer and more comfortable with better street crossings and well-maintained sidewalks that are wide enough and ADA compliant. Waiting for the bus can be improved by bus priority street treatments that can reduce delays and make wait times more consistent, as well as amenities such as shelters at the bus stop to improve the wait experience. Boarding and getting off the bus is a better experience when there is enough clear space on the sidewalk to allow for riders to enter and exit comfortably, and for the bus ramp to be deployed easily for those who need them. Next slide.
Now we'd like to take another poll to hear more about what you think would most improve your bus riding experience. If you don't ride often, you can tell us which of these would make you more likely to ride the bus more often. Please select your top 1 or 2 choices from the following answers. 1, if the bus stops are more comfortable, for example, more shelter or seats. Number 2, if the bus traveled faster by avoiding traffic delays. Number 3, if walking to and from the bus stop was a better experience, for example, sidewalks in better condition, safer pedestrian crossings. Number 4, if buses were more reliable, in other words, they came more regularly with fewer big gaps between buses and less bus bunching. Number 5, if buses came more often. Number 6, other. And remember, if you pick other, to drop it in the chat with more details. All right, looks like top vote getter with 71% if buses were more reliable. And followed by number 2, if buses traveled faster by avoiding traffic delays. All right, thank you guys for your participation.